Hey guys, Mel here from All Around Oz. So a little while ago we bought ourselves a Weber Baby Q. We've used it heaps in our last few travels, but mainly for roasts and grilling. So I wanted to see what else I can produce out of it, so I know what sort of things I can cook when we hit the road. So I had a couple of mushy bananas left over, so I've decided that I'm going to give some banana bread a go. So I've got 1 3/4 cups of self-raising flour, 1/4 cup of plain flour, a teaspoon of cinnamon, and 2/3 cup of brown sugar. To that I'm going to add 50 grams of melted butter, the 2 bananas that I've mashed up. Really doesn't matter how mushy they are. In fact, the mushier the better, I think. Then I've got 2 eggs that I've whisked up lightly. And 1/2 cup of skim milk. So if you're travelling, you can use the long life milk out of the Tetra Paks. I don't think it makes any difference. And just going to give that a stir to combine it all. So if you're making bread or muffins, the secret is to just mix it until the flour's all mixed in. That way it should stay nice and moist when it's cooked. Alright, that looks pretty good, I think. So I've got a loaf pan that I prepared earlier, just some baking paper in it. Give it a quick spray with some cooking spray if that's what you use, or you can just use some melted butter. Scrape the mixture in. One thing with things like banana bread and that, you don't really have to be too fussy with it. And there we go, ready to go in the Weber. So we're going to preheat the Weber to about 200 and then turn it down and see how it turns out. Okay, so we've preheated our Weber Baby Q for 10 minutes. And it's quite hot at the moment. It's nudging up around the 230 mark, so that's way too hot. So we're going to turn it right down to its lowest setting, because we know from experience that even the bake setting on it is too hot. So if you have a look inside, you'll see that we've got a foil tray with the trivet sitting inside of that. So the reason we do that is that we want the heat to disperse throughout the Weber and make it more like an oven. So here we go. We've got our banana bread mixture. I'm going to pop that in, close the lid down and see how it goes. Okay, so our banana bread's been in the Weber Baby Q for 40 minutes, so I'm going to lift the lid and have a look at it and see whether I think it's cooked with the old skewer test. So it looks like it's a nice pale golden brown, and it feels like it's cooked in the middle. The skewers come out dry, but not on that side, so it's definitely not cooked. So we'll close it back up and let it get back up to temperature. One thing with the Weber, that once you open the lid, it does cool down very quickly, so that's dropped instantly from 200 degrees down to 150. So I'll let it heat back up again and give it another 10 or 15 minutes and see how it's going then. Okay, so our banana bread's been in the baby Weber Q for about 55 minutes now, so I checked it about 15 minutes ago and it wasn't quite cooked, so I'm just going to take another look at it now and see if it's ready. So it's definitely browned up on top. It's a really nice golden brown on top now. So I'll pop the skewer in, and it's got a little bit of cake stuck on it. So I think if we just rest it for a couple of minutes, that it'll be nicely cooked. Okay, so our banana bread's been sitting in the still hot Weber for about 5 or so minutes. So I'm just going to pull it out now. So I reckon that looks pretty good. It's got a nice golden colour to it. So with any luck. There we go, finished product. We'll take it inside and cut a slice off and see what it looks like. Alright, well here we go. We've got the banana bread out of the Weber Baby Q. Looks nice and golden brown. So let's cut the end off. And there we have it. Banana bread in the baby Weber Q.